Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. This is the English translation of the Majlis of Hazrat Maulana Qamar Uzzaman Saheb Damat Barakatuhum, which took place on Saturday, the 1st of Rabi'ul Akhir 1446, 5th of October 2024. Our Hazrat Wala is just reading the Surhi, and the title there of this particular article there, Allah के रिज़ा व खुशनुदी मुक़द्दम है. Allah Ta'ala's pleasure takes precedence over everything. Allah's pleasure takes precedence over everything. So, like this year, we would say, what do we say normally? That you are trying to please people and be good to them. That is good character. However, if you are doing it at the cost of Allah Ta'ala's displeasure, then greater than that there can be no abhorrent character. That's the worst, because you are actually displeasing Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Now there is one thing that we have to be careful about, and that is the pleasure of Allah should not be disregarded in our efforts to please the creation. Listen to that again. The pleasure of Allah should not be disregarded in our efforts to please the creation. Hazrat Aisha radiyallahu ta'ala anha gave the following advice to Hazrat Muawiyah radiyallahu ta'ala an. Every Muslim ought to practice on it. And Muawiyah radiyallahu ta'ala an annahu kataba ila Aishata an uktubani إلي كتابا توصني فيه ولا تكثري فكتبت سلام عليك أما بعد فإني سمعت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول من التمس رضا الله بسخط الناس كفاه الله مؤونة الناس ومن التمس رضا الناس بسخط الله وكله الله إلى الناس والسلام عليك والسلام عليك. Now just look at that. Hazrat Muawiyah radiyallahu ta'ala an wrote a letter to Hazrat Aisha radiyallahu ta'ala anha saying, give me some concise advice. She replied, peace be upon you. I heard Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam saying, the person who seeks Allah's pleasure while earning people's displeasure, Allah will safeguard him against the harms of people. But the person who seeks people's displeasure while earning Allah's, let me just go over that one again. The person who seeks people's pleasure while earning Allah's displeasure, Allah will hand him over to the people who will then do as they like with him. Peace be upon you. This is because it does not entail good character. Rather, it is the worst type of evil character. Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Saheb rahimahullah quotes the following definition of akhlaq from a certain kitab. What does he say? مُعَامَلَتُكَ لِكُلِّ أَحَدٍ يَسُرُّهُ إِلَّا مَا خَالَفَ الشَّرَعَ. Good character means you're dealing with each person in a manner which pleases him, except what is against the Sharia. Listen to it again. Good character means you're dealing with each person in a manner which pleases him, except what is against the Sharia. Hazrat Maulana Habibur Rahman Azmi was there, and Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Saheb was writing or reading out this article. And at that time, what was it? He also went on to say that, Hazrat, aren't you leaving out something? Illa ma khalafa shara. That was the piece that he was busy writing or something, or filling it in there. And Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Saheb became so pleased that somebody appreciated and made ta'eed and tarif of this. And it was Hazrat Maulana Habibur Rahman Azmi. So, if it is against the Sharia, it is haram to earn his pleasure. For example, we see people committing evils during elections merely to please their friends and relatives. Similarly, look at our weddings of today. So many un-Islamic practices take place, but we accommodate them happily just to please our families. In the like manner, we participate unhesitatingly in interest transactions and businesses of play and amusement. We do not abstain from eating and drinking at such places. In short, there are many dealings in which we cast aside Allah's pleasure and give preference to the pleasure of others. We seek refuge in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from such futile Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from such futile good character, and inopportune sense of honor. Ameen. Now, Hazrat Maulana Muhammad Ahmad Saheb, he would say, our Hazrat Wala himself is saying that when the processions of these people, they're having their weddings and the people are gathering there and that, you would not be able to tell, is this of Muslim or is it that of Hindu? You will not be able to make out the difference. Now, Hazrat Maulana Muhammad Ahmad Saheb never would go to these type of functions. Nevertheless, on one occasion, two of us were on one rickshaw and we passed Atala and we just went over past Gharib Nawaz. And we continued. And as we were coming close to this particular invitation where we were invited or whatever it was, and Hazrat Maulana Muhammad Ahmad Saheb said, there in the distance, is that where we are going? Meaning he saw all the lights and this and that and the other. So I said to Hazrat that it seems to be that. So at that time there, Hazrat Maulana Muhammad Ahmad Saheb said, ऐसी जगह नहीं जा सकता हो. I can't go to such a place. At the age of 80 or it was 90 years of his life, he said, I never ever been to such place like this. And then he goes then usulan. He says to me, listen, you may go. And then I said to him, Hazrat, if you're not going, then how can I go? I will be with you. In this particular manner, in this particular instance, and in this year what we are talking about, these invitations and that, Hazrat Maulana Muhammad Ahmad Saheb was very, very strict. In fact, when it even came to my own family, Hazrat Maulana Muhammad Ahmad Saheb would not want to be sharik of that day. But nevertheless, we would continue. And what do we say here? Now people go to these type of functions and these type of places, etc. Everything wrong is done there. And after all of that, they are troubled, they are restless, and then they come and they ask for some wazifa then. Okay, let's continue. Now, the mutual dealings and conditions of people today. Now observe some of the other dealings of people today, let alone overlooking and pardoning our fellow Muslims. A blood brother cannot bear to see his brother's material prosperity and authority. We seek refuge in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. A poet says so beautifully, Shunidam ke mardane rae khuda, dile dushmanana ham na kardan tang. Turkey muhassar shuad I maqam ke ba dostanat khilafast wa jang. So beautiful कि मैंने सुना कि अल्लाह वाले हजरात दुश्मनों के दिल को भी रंजीदा नहीं करते. तुमको कब यह मकाम मुयस्सर होगा जबकि दोस्तों और भाइयों के साथ भी जंग करते हो. That I heard about the great men of Allah who are walking this path to Allah. They would not even restrict the heart of their enemy. Now how will this become easy for you, this high stage, when you are at war with your own friends, So I have heard the Ahlullah. I have heard that the Ahlullah do not cause grief even to their enemies. How can you reach the rank of the Ahlullah if you are at war with your own friends and brothers? I am saying, our Hazrat Wala is saying, I am saying, let alone friends, we behave in a hostile way towards parents. I am saying, let alone friends, people behave in a hostile way towards parents, their parents, teachers and Sheikh. I have heard my Sheikh, Hazrat Maulana Mohammad Ahmad Saheb, rahimahullah, saying that अब इस ज़माने में हकीकी अखलाक तो दूर की बात है, रस्मी अखलाक भी बाकी नहीं रही. That let alone observing genuine character today, we do not even see people displaying superficial character, outward character. Even verbal compassion and consolation has disappeared. Even something verbal like that has all disappeared. Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Sahab used to quote Allama Sharani's Malfuz about going to pay your respects at the house where they are challenged, at the Mayyat house or whatever it is. He says, by you just going there and sitting is nothing, but you would have to go there and say, tell that person that I am sharing in this grief and pain of yours. This what has came upon you, I'm deeply grieved by it. On one occasion, I was going to visit someone. Hazrat Maulana Muhammad Ahmad Saheb was in his ripe old age, and I took ijazat from him that Hazrat, I'm going. And on inquiring further, he understood that I'm going to make iyadat and visit some person who was sick. He said, no, not like that. I want to come with you. Now, at that time there, and with his age, and with the mode of the transport in the rickshaws, it was so difficult. But then too, he was so thirsty. This was his character. He wanted to go, and this is the character that has become dead today. Maulana Muhammad Ahmad Saheb composed a few lines of poetry in this regard. The translation of it reads, you see humans devoid of love, and the times are filled with evil. Love, a sense of honor and obedience have all disappeared. Look at the father and the son. There is neither any value in the days nor in the nights. Look at the effects of sins. People have abandoned practicing on the following hadith. ليس منا من لم يرحم صغيرنا ولم يوقر كبيرنا. The one who does not show mercy to our juniors and does not accord respect to our seniors is not of us. Now let alone the masses, even the learned are not excluded from this. Hazrat Maulana Muhammad Ahmad Saheb provides the following treatment, these ash'ar that he is about to say. And those ash'ar read, he says, Rahmat ke abar ban ke jahan bar mein chahiye, आलम ये जल रहा है बरस कर बुझाइए, खुल्क नबी का अब तो नमूना दिखाइए, अगयार को भी अपने गले से लगाइए. Become a rain of mercy, become a rain of mercy and pervade the world with it. This world is burning out, pour down and extinguish its fire. Display the character of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and embrace outsiders as well. Embrace outsiders as well. So, Hazrat Wala is speaking about this hadith. لَيْسَ مِنَّا مَنْ لَمْ يَرْحَمْ صَغِيرَنَا وَلَمْ يُوَقِّرْ كَبِيرَنَا. Our Hazrat Wala is saying, shouldn't we learn these words? The wordings of the hadith of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You know, Even the religious and the learned don't know these words these days. We should learn it. Somebody came to me and said, what's the use of sitting in these talks anymore? Nobody speaks about akhlaq. And then I said to him that you are saying wrong. You are incorrect there. I have been giving talks on akhlaq and alerting people about this year, the do's and the don'ts. Even when I go overseas to other countries as well, these are my topics. So this year is tahliya. What is tahliya? Is to rid oneself of the abhorrent characteristics, and tahliya is to adorn oneself with the suitable characteristics, the desired characteristics. Now here, what is muqaddam and what is given preference is tahliya, to rid yourself of all those type of faults. And then after that, you then adorn yourself. So tahliya min as-sayyi'ah wa tahliya yani al-ittisaf bil akhlaq al-hasana. So tasawwuf, this is the bunyad of tasawwuf, tahliya and tahliya. So we have to adopt the akhlaq of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, so all our affairs and our dealings can be rectified. So Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam's akhlaq, this is what he actually came for. Bu'ithtu li'utammima makarim al-akhlaq. I have been sent to rectify. I have been sent, to perfect noble character. Allah Ta'ala give us the tawfiq and the hidayat of making amal on this ta'aleem. Allah Ta'ala bless us with every type of afiyat. Allah Ta'ala remove the weaknesses and deficiencies within us. اللهم إنا نسألك العفو والعافية في الدين والدنيا والآخرة. اللهم إنا نسألك اليسر والمعافاة في الدنيا والآخرة. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم بحرمة سيد النبي الكريم صلى الله عليه وسلم.